share this inside of the Facebook group. Okay. Let me know if you can see me, if you can hear me. I'm gonna make sure that I can see and hear everything. I have the right settings. Perfect. All right, so today we are on day 3 of our 5-day challenge on how to launch your online business in just 30 days. So let me do a little recap. Adjust my phone here. Let me do a little recap on what we talked about on days 1 and 2. On day 1, we talked about the idea of starting a business and really where to get started. If you don't know, you want the idea of starting a business that is really appealing to you, but you just don't know where to start. Easiest tip, easiest thing you can do is take a piece of paper and two just 2 bars, right? And have 3 different columns. The first column is going to be all about the things that you're good at. So you're going to take inventory on all the things that you are good at. Second column is going to be all about the things that you enjoy doing. And the third column is going to be about the things that people are willing to pay you. The third column, you might not know that yet, okay? But the first 2 you do know because you know yourself. And even if you don't know exactly what you're good at, you can ask people around you, colleagues, family members, friends, all of that, people to really help you to realize what you're really good at. Pay attention to the things that people ask you about. People ask you advice on certain things, and also the things that you already do for a job, for your work, right? So these are the things that you are good at. You might not necessarily enjoy it, but you're definitely good at it, okay? Otherwise, you wouldn't be hired for it, all right? Second column, the things that you enjoy doing. Maybe it's gardening, maybe it's giving advice, maybe it's listening, maybe it's dancing, whatever it is that you really enjoy doing that you could do for free forever and that you really like to do on your free time, like your alone time. What is your default activity other than napping? But even that could be a good thing, right? If you're an expert napper, you could still teach other people how to take good naps. That could be a thing, right? But and then yesterday we moved on to the third column, which was all about how do we take our idea to the market and validate it and make sure that people actually want what we have to offer. Yesterday, I promised you that I was going to show you this, but this is a board that I used for my business a few years ago, and this is how I compiled my market research. So I know it's mirrored on YouTube, but it's basically a whole board where I did exactly what I just told you, but it's just that I have actually four columns. Okay, so take a whiteboard. I talked about that yesterday. First column is all about the pain points. So the things, the problem, the challenge of my ideal client. So everything that was told to me during the market research, I wrote it down on this column, all the pain points. So for example, and this again is for my marketing business. So I help people come up with social media content in order to find clients on social media. Okay. So some of the pain points include thinking about it makes me tired. I do not plan. I want a good rhythm. I'm a perfectionist. I'm a perfectionist. Writing content is a big struggle. It's tiring. I don't have good ideas about what my ideal client wants. So these are some of the challenges that my ideal client has when it comes to, creating content and promoting their businesses online. Okay, so I compiled all of the pain points. Second column was all about the pleasures, the desires, the things that they actually want. And again, I compiled everything that was said to me during my market research. Somebody says, I want weekly calendars. I want to have something easy and constant. I want to be confident in my content. I want someone to do my Canva. I want somebody to help me put together, plan, edit my work. I wish I was better at batching content. I wish I had a calendar. Okay, so we heard a lot about calendars. My solutions, I know it's an old board. I've used it for like 6 years, I think. And some of my solutions include a calendar. I offer a calendar because this is what my audience wants. Okay, some of the challenges that they have is coming up with ideas, planning, so the time that it takes, and the strategy. So these are the 3 things that I help my audience with. And obviously, I have the third column here, which is emotions. This is also very important for you to capture when you do your market research because you want to know how it makes them feel. because you're tapping onto these emotions when you are promoting your business, when you're promoting your offer, how you can support people. You want them to know that you know how they feel. So my audience is saying intimidating, overwhelmed, stressed, tired, it's complicated, discouraged. So when I write content for that audience, I make sure that I use the same language that they use. And I can say, if you feel discouraged and overwhelmed with your content because you don't have any plan and don't have strategy, or maybe you don't really have time to create it, then I have something for you. This is something that is going to allow you to be more confident. I'm looking at exactly what they say. That's exactly what I'm saying. I'm going to offer you something that is going to help you batch your content. That way you can have a full calendar of content that sells. Okay? I didn't make that up. It's based on what the audience said. Same thing for you. Your market research is the foundation for your business. Your market research is the foundation for your content. Everything you see out there on social media has to be based on your market research. Yesterday, I said that if you are sitting at your desk and you don't know what content to share, it's proof that you haven't done your market research. Your market research will show you everything. It will tell you everything that you have to say. Nothing else. You don't have to try to imagine, come up with ideas or things like that. It's all given to you in your market research. That's it. Okay? So, today we want to move on from the market research and going into that paid offer, that first offer, and see how you can pre-sale that offer. Okay? Before you panic and you say, I don't know what to offer yet. I don't know if it's going to be a course, if it's going to be one-on-one. It's okay. We don't have to know everything. And here's the beauty of it. We are going to go into a phase that might sound a little weird. It might sound a little unlogical. But here's the thing. We want to test everything before you spend thousands on a website, thousands on a logo, branding, or anything like that. We want to make sure that we validate everything. Okay. Oop, there you go. What is the first step for market research, social media platforms? Okay, great question. For your market research, first of all, you can go back into yesterday's live. I kind of talked about that, but briefly, this is what you're going to do for your market research. On your social media platform of preference, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, you're going to post and ask for market research participants. You're going to say, if you're struggling, for example, for my example, if you're struggling to come up with social media content, you're not really consistent online, and you wish you were more organized and had a plan for content, I'm looking to interview. I would love to interview you for my market research, for some market research for a program that I'm putting together. That's it. So you identify exactly who that person is. That way, it's not everybody and random people who are going to come and answer your survey or get on the phone with you or on Zoom with you, but it's specifically your ideal client. So you describe them, okay? Describe them and describe the problem that they have, and tell them that you would love to have 30 minutes, 20 minutes with them on Zoom to interview them, okay? Does that help? Yeah, so you can use your social media platform personal profile, and ask friends to share as well in their circles with people who fit that profile. Okay? So now these same people who have participated in your market research, they're your ideal clients, right? They've proven to you that they were your ideal client because they raised their hand and said, yeah, this is me. I'm the one struggling with this. Okay? And I can definitely answer your questions. I can help you with market research. Okay? And they know you're creating something that could help them. So now you're going back, next step, day 3, you're going back to the same people and telling them, okay, thank you so much. You helped me so much with the market research. I have a better understanding of what I can create. So you've come up with this information. You've compiled all your market research information. And then you're like, I could create a program that could give them this, this, and that based on what they say they need and what they're struggling with. But I need to validate it. Okay? You're not going to go out and promote the big offer to the whole world yet. You're going back to the people who you've interviewed in your market research and you say something like this: I want to test this program. I don't have the program yet. I haven't filmed any modules, any video training. I don't have templates yet. I don't have anything. But I want you to be able to help me create this program. In exchange, I'm going to teach you the process. Okay? So they know you have the solution. You're the expert in this. You know how to help them, right? And so they know that at the end of the time spent with you, they're going to be transformed. They're going to get the results that they want. And on the other hand, so it's a win for them. Okay, there's a big benefit for them to participate in your beta offer, in your testing, in your prototype. And for you, the advantage is that you don't have to spend months recording videos and then that don't really appeal to your audience. You want to co-create it with them. You want to test every piece of the material, every piece of the course with them. Okay, so you are co-creating a program that is actually a better offer. So let me look at my notes here to make sure that I don't forget anything. But you are going to provide them with what they want, the solution of what they want, because they're struggling with something, and that better offer, that test, is going to help them get part of that solution. You're not solving everything, the big problem. So let's get some specific examples. For example, you are helping, let's say, same example as yesterday, like new moms who want to lose the baby weight. Okay, it's been 6 months since they've had the baby, and now they're struggling because they want to lose the baby weight, and it's taking a long time. And the doctor said that it's going to take time to lose it, but they're like, oh, so frustrated because they really want to lose that baby weight and get back into the bikinis and all of that, right? And so you are helping them so you can help them lose the baby weight. Maybe you've done it, maybe you've helped other people do it, and people have been asking you about how you've lost the weight, and you're like, well, this is what I do. And now you're like, okay, light bulb, I can help other moms do that. I can create a program around it. I can create a business around this idea that I'm good at it. I know how to do it. I enjoy it. I love talking about exercise. I love talking about nutrition. I love talking about food. I love talking about self-care, all of that. And obviously people will pay for it. So you have all three circles. So you're good at it, you have the knowledge, you enjoy it, and people will pay for it. There's definitely demand for weight loss for new moms, okay? But now instead of saying, I'm gonna go into my cave, my woman's cave, for 3 months and record videos and then present it to the world and then nobody wants it. No. What you're going to do is that you're going to go to the women who you interviewed for your market research and said, hey, I'm going to create a program, but I want to make sure that it's something that you're going to enjoy, that is something that is going to fit with your needs. Can we co-create it? Can we test it together? So obviously, you're going to give her the tips that she needs, the strategies that she needs in order to lose the weight. And she's going to validate every single piece of teaching that you're doing, that you're sharing with her. Every element that maybe you didn't even think about. And maybe she's going to be like, you know what? This was great. Today's session was really good, but I wish I could have like a visual showing me of what to eat or when to eat. And then you're like, ooh, I didn't think about that, but okay. She wants a daily checklist or calendar or schedule that could be digital to help her track her food. Maybe you didn't think about that, but because she mentioned that during the beta program, now you're going to add it into the final big program that you're going to promote to everybody. Okay? So again, we are not building the big final program that is going to be like $1,000, $3,000, or however much you want to charge. We are going to create a prototype. We are going to create a beta version of that big program. That's why you're going back to the same people you've interviewed for your market research. You're not taking it to the large market yet. Go back to the people who said to you that they needed it. Go back to them. It's a win for you. It's a win for them. So that you can create something, validate, test at the small scale. That way, then you can extrapolate and have the final product, okay? Do you charge less for the prototype? Absolutely, you do. You charge less for the prototype. So this is what you're going to do. Free has its highs and lows. And free has pros and cons for free. The good thing about free is that it's low commitment, financial commitment for your tester. But because it's also low financial commitment, there might be low commitment to actually take action. It didn't really take them any kind of effort or commitment or sacrifice to enroll in your beta. So for them, it's not a lot of pressure to actually go through the program and do it. It's just human nature. We all sign up for stuff and then we never check our emails. We sign up for freebies and we never go through them. We never open our emails. It's just human nature, right? We're attracted to free stuff, but the free doesn't always motivate us to take action. You want action takers, you want committed people to test your prototype. Otherwise, it defeats the purpose, right? So you're going to look at the final product, the final big program. Maybe you want one-on-one, maybe you want to do VIP days, maybe you want to do a group coaching program. Think about how much you would charge for that program. If you don't know how much you would charge, look at others in your industry charge. Also look at the value of what you are going to provide in that program. For example, for our example with this woman, what is the financial, emotional cost of her not taking action, of her not losing the weight, of her still feeling bad, of her, like all of these? Maybe it's hours in therapy, maybe it's buying clothes that she can't fit in, or maybe it's the emotional toll on her relationship with her husband, with her children. They could be all of these costs that may not be monetary. Some of them could be monetary, but these costs that will, how do I say that? The cost of inaction, so the cost of not doing anything, or in her case, of not losing the weight, is greater than the cost of buying your product, your offer, your service. So let's say it would cost her, I don't know, you can add up all those costs and say, well, it will cost her $10,000 by next year. I don't know, I just made that up. Or $5,000. It doesn't really matter. So if you were to charge $3,000 for your program to work together for 6 months or even 3 months together, okay? So she's going to spend $3,000 and get this value. So she's going to get, she's going to maybe feel more confident. Maybe she's going to have a healthier nutrition plan. So she's going to be physically healthier, not only for her, but also the child that she's breastfeeding. Maybe the dynamics in her family. Maybe it's going to be a good, how would I say that? She's going to be a good role model for the rest of her family, right? For her extended family and things like that. She's going to feel better. She's not going to have to go to the doctor as often. It's going to be easier for her to have other children, okay? Because she's not going to have any more underlying conditions or things like that, right? So the value that she's getting through your program, she's paying $3,000, but she's getting all these valuables, all these things that, in a way, there's no cost, there's no financial cost to that, to health. I mean, how do you put a price to that? You could buy, number of appointments, health insurance, all these things, right? So this, in one hand, she's going to pay $3,000 for this, or she doesn't do anything, and then she's going to have all these issues. Stress, lack of sleep, bloated all the time, bad mood swings, all these things, right? So which one would she pick, right? If the pain, as she has described it to you, is really bad, and looking at the emotions that she has felt, maybe she feels overwhelmed, maybe she feels like giving up, whatever her emotional state, picking option A to go through the program with you is the best option for her, okay? Because she understands the value of it. And your job is to communicate the value. It's not so much about the cost, because the cost doesn't mean anything. I mean, $500 for me might not mean the same thing to you. It's the value. What does it mean for you? The value of what you're gaining and the value of what you will not gain. Okay, so costs and all that, right? So what was I saying? So yeah, so it's really about looking at the final product, how much that would be. So let's say $3,000. So the prototype could be, you're not solving the whole issue. You're not going to work with her for 6 months in the beta. Beta testing has to be quick. I would say at the most 4 weeks. We have to test this thing. Okay. If you want to uh, test, like if your end program is going to be like VIP days, your beta could be a 1 day, 1 hour coaching session with one person. It could be a 2 hour group workshop with 10 people, with 5 people. Okay? It doesn't have to be a long test. We want to test fast. That way we can make adjustments really fast. And that way we can launch the big one fast. Okay? But we have to make sure that we do the testing properly. So free, I would say if you have to, but I would not recommend you do free because there's not a lot of commitment for your audience, and you want people who are committed to test, to go through the process, because it's a win for them and it's also a win for you. During the beta, you're getting feedback from them, you make adjustments, they're helping you build this offer that you're going to then take to market, to the general market. Okay, so the final offer will give them a holistic solution. So they will have, like that lady will have 6 months of nutrition plans, exercise plans, all of that mindset work, everything. But in the beta, let's say it's 3 weeks or 4 weeks where you meet like once a week, maybe you're going to test something that can realistically can only be done in 3 weeks. Okay, she's not going to lose all the weight in 3 weeks, but what can she do in 3 weeks? Maybe she can get started on the plan. Maybe she can get a nutrition plan for the summer or just for 2 months, right? So what can you give her to test and approve and modify? That way you have the recipe, you have the methodology that you're going to use in the big final program. Does that make sense? I hope so. Okay, so fast results. Even if you have, like, if you are a copywriter or if you help authors or aspiring authors write a book, your big program is going to help them write the whole book. Maybe it's going to take 3 months, maybe it's going to take 6 months. In your beta testing, you're going to help them write the first chapter. Or even in one session, it's going to be all about the outline of the book. And that's it. And they're going to be testing your teaching style, your curriculum, all of that before you create the big program. So your job during the beta testing is to listen, to ask questions, and to see what kind of feedback they are giving you. That way you take notes and you're like, oh, I can add this. And ask them, hey, do you think that I should teach this before that? Or maybe this was too much to understand, or this was too heavy, or what do you think? Should I break this down into 2 sessions instead of one? Ask them questions. That way they can give you the feedback that you need to modify the final offer. Okay? So again, when it comes to price, I would say a minimum. Okay, if your final offer is gonna be like maybe $500, why don't you charge $97 for the beta? Okay, low commitment, but at the same time, compared to the final program, I think it's fair. All right. The goal is really not to make money for your beta. You absolutely can and you will, but the goal is really for you to get the feedback that you need to create the big final offer. And when I say final, your offers always change. Okay, so don't feel like you have to be pressured to create something perfect. All your offers will change, just like people change. You discover new things that you want to teach. So there's no pressure to create a course that is oh so perfect and then you never have to modify anything. It's fine. You can still improve your offer. The thing is that you have to test it first and then launch it. Okay? You will validate the content, you will validate the format, you will validate the outcome, and you will get testimonials from your beta testers. Those testimonials will help you sell the final offer, because if they can vouch for you for the time they spend, whether it's 1 hour or 3 weeks together to learn something and get some transformation, to get some results from the small amount of time that they got with you, those who will spend more time and more money with you can definitely get similar results as well, if not better. Okay, so you want at the end of your beta program, you want to get those testimonials. For them, their win is that they get some kind of results. They get a little bit of a transformation, not the whole transformation, but at least something to get them started. For you, the win is that you're getting validation and you're getting those testimonials that will help you leverage they will give you the right leverage that you need, social proof that you need to promote your final offer when it's time to do that. Okay? So, how? You go back to your market research participant. You have their contact, you can DM them, you can email them, call them, whichever way you contacted them in the first place. Go back to them. Go back to them. They know you have the solution, right? They know you have the solution. You came to them, you asked them questions for the market research, you told them that you were working on something. Even at the end of the market research, you can even ask them, hey, would it be okay for me to contact you again to when I have something kind of ready or when I'm ready to kind of test this thing that I have in mind once I finish compiling all the market research? They'll say yes because they know you have the solution. They're the ones with the problem. You're the one with the solution. Why would they say no? Right? It doesn't make sense, right? So that's the easiest, leanest way to do it. Again, you haven't spent $1. You haven't done your logos, your branding, your website, and you can already make money. The goal right now is not to make money yet, it's to get validation. But you're already making money because you are pre-selling an offer. Your better offer can bring you the money now that you need to put into your big program. You want to have a photo shoot for your big program? Sure. The money that you've gotten from your pre-sale, from your better offer, now you can use that money for your photo shoot, for the website, for the landing page if you want to hire a copywriter to write the landing page, the sales page for you. But you're not putting money up front yet. Okay. You're going back to your market research participant and inviting them to be part of the beta testing. That's how you do it. That's how you pre-sell your offer. They validate the beta. It gives you ammunition for the final offer. Okay? Do not create any kind of offer without validating it. Don't do it. Don't spend any kind of money to promote things, to spend on ads. Do not do that. Do not spend any money on ads without validating an offer. How do you validate an offer? You want to make sure that people tell you, yes, I would pay for it, and for people to actually pay for it. That's validation. That's it. Just people saying, yes, that would be great, I would love to, and then they don't pay or they don't join. That's not validation. That's just words. Okay? You want people to actually come and spend money. That's validation. That's social proof. That shows you that there's a need for it, there's demand for it, that people are willing to pay for it. And now you have all of the three circles together and you have the foundation of a sustainable business. Something that you're good at, something that you enjoy doing, and something that people are willing to pay you for. And after that, it's just about growing it. Okay? So today was all about testing it, pre-selling it, and tomorrow we're going to move on into how do you now take the feedback that you've gotten, the testimonials, and use that to promote your full-on program. On Friday, we are going to set up our dates for your launch. Okay, so yesterday was the heavy part, right? Market research takes time. It can take, I would say, probably 2 weeks, depending on how many people you want to interview, 2 weeks to a month. But you can definitely do it in 2 weeks. Day one, identifying what you're good, what you like, and all that, you can do that in 1 day. Day two, market research, give yourself 2 weeks. Today, day three, beta testing, going back to these people. It takes you 1 day to contact them and for them to say yes. And then you can work with them for a week. It could be a daily session over a week, so 5 days. It could be 3 weeks together. It's up to you. It depends on how you want to test it, but I would say no more than a month. Okay. And then after that, getting all the testimonials, building your sales page for the final product, it could take you a week to do that. And that's it. That's pretty much it. Okay. Let me look at this comment. Oops. Okay. Would an ebook based on comments from YouTube channels count as market research? Yes, yes. We talked about that yesterday. That would be passive market research. So you have to do both. You have to do the passive one where you do data mining. You look at all the social media platforms, the comments, the questions that people ask on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube, on all the platforms. You look at reviews on Amazon for books in your niche, weight loss books, anything in your niche, right? And look at the kind of reviews that people are leaving. Testimonials from people who are doing the same thing that you want to do. Like if they have coaching programs, look at the kind of testimonials, that kind of results that their clients have gotten. That is passive market research. It is easy to do. You can do it in a day, compile everything in an Excel sheet, but you also need to talk to people directly. Active market research, do the surveys, but more importantly, talk to these people through Zoom, on the phone, DMs, whichever way works best for you. But yeah, both are necessary. Start with the passive because we can already do it. Get into a Facebook group today, YouTube channel, look at the comments, and you compile all that information. But again, you don't really know who these people are. You don't really know what their issues are. You don't really know if they're your ideal clients. You don't know what their habits, their lifestyle is like. So you cannot rely just on passive market research. It's good, it's important. It gives you a lot of ideas for content that you can even create yourself. But active will give you the validation, active market research, okay? But you totally can create an ebook based on what you see in the comments in a YouTube video. An ebook is a low commitment. Is not that I mean, depending on how much you're going to sell and what you're going to include in your ebook, but let's say it's a $20, $30, even $40 ebook, you can do that based on the passive income, but passive income based on passive market research. Yes, it doesn't require a ton of market research. I would say active market research really is required if you're going to do like 500 and up kind of product service. Like if you're doing one-on-ones, a group program where people are going to invest $500 and more, we definitely need to talk to people to find out really what they want because they're willing to put down a lot of money. Okay, for a $10 ebook, passive market research is more than enough. So I hope I answered your question. Okay, awesome. So glad. All right, if you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments. Even if you're watching this from the future on the replay, thank you so much. I can come back and give you more tips if you want to me to kind of give you examples in your niche, or if you have your specific questions about your niche and how you would package your knowledge into an offer, into a program, whether it's one-on-one, a group, or anything like that, let me know. Okay? That's what I like to do for fun. So let me know and I'll be more than happy to give you feedback on that. All right? So again, tomorrow we are going to be talking about how do you move from beta to the big program. Okay? How do we promote that program? Where do we promote it? Where do we find clients? Okay? It's social media, by the way. But where and how? How do we do the whole social media without spamming people and without, being all sleazy and pushy? Okay, how do we do that? And then on Friday, we're going to set our launch date because I want to keep you accountable. I want to make sure that you set a date. That way you can actually get to do the thing. Okay, if you want more help beyond what I'm offering here for free, I also have a membership. It's a paid membership where you can come in at any time and we work together where I give you more feedback on your content, on the whole process of how to do that. Is just $47 a month. You can stay for as long as you want. You can come in at any time that you want. I'm going to put the link in the description of this video. I think it's already in here. But if you want more help to do that so that you can get started, like you don't have to wait for Friday. If you want to get started today, want more eyes on, like my eyes on your content, on your offer, and how to put together your personalized plan, that's what I do inside of the membership. So if you want that, join us inside the Freedom Business Academy, where I give you more support on that. Okay, so I will see you guys tomorrow, same time. And until then, enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.